The Vortak Empire had swept across 17 star systems like a cosmic plague, leaving nothing but ash and silence in their wake. Their massive warships, each the size of a small moon, cast shadows over entire planets before reducing them to smoldering ruins. No civilization had ever stood against them for more than a few rotations of their homeworld's sun. Commander Kexvar stood on the bridge of the flagship Desolation, his 6 eyes gleaming with anticipation as the blue-green planet came into view. Earth, the 3rd planet in this unremarkable system, hung before them like a jewel waiting to be crushed. Intelligence reports had been laughably optimistic about this species. They called themselves humans, had only recently achieved rudimentary spaceflight, and possessed weapons that barely qualified as dangerous to a Vortak child. "Begin the terror protocol," Kexvar commanded, his voice echoing through the ship's neural networks. Across the fleet, 1,000 vessels prepared their fear-inducing broadcasts. It was always the same routine. Demonstrate overwhelming superiority, broadcast images of their previous conquests, demand immediate surrender. Most species capitulated within hours. The transmission began. Holographic displays showed the obliteration of Kepler 442b, the crystalline beings of Proxima Centauri dissolving under Vortak plasma fire, entire civilizations reduced to cosmic dust. The message was clear: submit or be annihilated. But something unexpected happened. Instead of the usual panicked responses, the crude radio waves from Earth carried something the Vortak had never encountered before: laughter. "Are you seeing this?" came a transmission from what appeared to be Earth's primary communication hub. "Karen, you've got to look at this. These guys think they invented the scary alien invasion bit. Wait until they see our movies." Kexvar's mandibles clicked in confusion. Movies? Within hours, Earth's response became clear. Instead of surrender broadcasts, they were sending entertainment transmissions. The humans were sharing something they called science fiction films, fictional depictions of alien invasions. As Kexvar watched in growing bewilderment, he saw humans on screen defeating creatures remarkably similar to his own forces, using everything from computer viruses to crop dusters. "Sir," his Lieutenant Zorthak reported nervously, "they're broadcasting a film called Independence Day directly at our fleet. The humans in it, they win." But the real shock came when Earth's military response began. The Vortak had expected primitive projectile weapons and crude explosives. Instead, they encountered something far more terrifying: creativity born from decades of imagining this exact scenario. The first human ships to engage were small, seemingly insignificant craft that moved in patterns no military academy had ever taught. They swarmed like insects, but insects with purpose. When Vortak plasma beams locked onto them, the ships didn't flee. They played music. Loud, rhythmic, defiant music that somehow interfered with Vortak targeting systems. "How is this possible?" Kexvar roared as his scanners showed more anomalies. Human fighters were literally ramming his ships while broadcasting what they called Ride of the Valkyries. Others were transmitting rapid bursts of something called memes that were causing widespread confusion among his troops. The breaking point came when a small human vessel approached the flagship broadcasting a simple message. "We've been preparing for this our whole lives. Every movie, every book, every video game was training. You picked the wrong planet." As the human ship's cargo bay opened, Kexvar saw something that made his warrior's blood freeze. Inside were what appeared to be thousands of small, primitive computers, each one playing a different piece of human entertainment about defeating alien invaders. The virus hit his systems 3 minutes later. As the mighty Desolation powered down, its engines failing, its weapons offline, Kexvar understood the terrible truth. This wasn't just a species that had imagined invasion. They had weaponized their imagination. Every story, every film, every dream of victory against impossible odds had prepared them for this moment. The last thing he heard before his ship's complete systems failure was a human voice, calm and amused. "Thanks for the inspiration, guys. We couldn't have written this better ourselves." The Vortak Empire's reign of terror ended not with a bang, but with the realization that some species don't just dream of fighting monsters, they practice.